RRQ yesterday, we saw that their early game plan against Zeta was great, but of course you can always count on Meteor for some sharp shots. He's going in for a second one as well, but okay, after a couple of whiffs, he manages to recenter and gets into this mess center, massive Elmimore. Goddead comes in through to assist his teammate as well, so this puts up a roadblock for RRQ.
This is just all on Meteor this round. The way he's able to react here, the spot as well from TS gives him another easy one. 2G finds one, but Goddead in response.
However, that's another thing that I want to think about, that is that it comes down to those Sentinels like we mentioned. King is supposed to be great on this map, and right now, he's putting up a bit of damage around the C site. However, during that chaos, Zafiro manages to sneak in. Meteor, up close and personal, doesn't matter. Point blank range with the Marshall. He hits a headshot. 2 players left from RRQ, and Elmimore is another one of those Sentinels that we need to watch pop off. And wow, crouch peeking into it. He takes down Meteor.
Didn't take him out in the initial exchange, so Elmimore able to find something, but I think King
Barrel
almost got 2 out of that.
Fault line into peak, but King
into a Vandal on this bonus. Sylvan, a very talented side anchor previously. This year it's been a little up and down. Already there at the Gen G HQ. Oh, fast hit, a pacey one, but Meteor shutting it right down.
Oh my god, RRQ just walking straight into the blender, bringing back a bit of stability is Elmimore, but Goddead just up from behind. King as well.
Meteor able to sneak underneath the noses. We saw this with Jeremy on the raise, get into this corner, put up one of the most disgusting aces I've ever seen. And with all this information, Elmimore is able to find a couple. It's a good job away of Gen G yesterday. Immediately checking their corners. Gen G so diligent.
My goodness, King! Climbing up on top. He's going to find 3 kills, looking for the 4th with the Phantom. He will spray it down.
Desperate. Gen G here, just everything coming up their way. Oh, Sylvan.
Oh my god. Now just walking through it. I mean, Gen G, yeah, they got so much going on for them. RRQ kind of walking into their sight lines at times. King is going to get double, and even more! Almost the quad, but Flips denies it for the time being. And tossing a bit of utility. The rest of the squad just pinching into that C-split, but Sylvan's ready for it. The Paranoia gets sent out. Despite the tailwind, EJ cannot land a shot. 4 HP still alive, 2G ends it. But here comes Meteor. He's already prepped up. Hop shot gonna whiff, but he tailwinds into safety. Goddead TS immediately coming in to receive, and Meteor swaps over to a Vandal. Elmimore is gonna bring his team back to stability, and it's down to a 1v1. In case Elmimore decided to double back to Z-Long, the turret gonna sound out each other. So maybe a bit of an idea for Elmimore now, but King still has quite a bit of utility left. Just hiding behind the boxes. Surely one of the spots that King kind of anticipates. But now he's thinking he might have gone back around Garage. So Barrow spotted. Elmimore doubles back.
Got him. It went through the box.
Just enough damage. It's 5 HP. Lockdown now coming through. EJ not quite able to secure the flank. RRQ looking out of sorts and now running straight into TS as well as Goddead. The recon puts a stop to their movement. Zafiro still swings. For King left undetected, able to sneak up on top of Heaven. As soon as that Nebula drops, as soon as this Rolling Thunder hits, it's gonna be RRQ eating the dirt. King! He's waiting to receive RRQ.
Yeah, look at that turret placement onto B and Meteor there. Taking out the lurking Elmimore. Sylvan as well, stepping through into spawn, dodging that alarm bot.
Crazy, they're pushing out everywhere. Using the Nebula though, trying to sneak in. The timing a little bit better for Meteor. And RRQ just gonna be pitched down in this one spot outside of Garage. It comes down to EJ and some heroics, managing to pick up a Vandal, but he has to land the shot. Shorty in the hands of Meteor, and he's looking to strike down upon EJ.
From Gen G, you know, a lot of these players used to be on Slayers last year and things like that. This is a different breed. They are fired up today. This game plan is brilliant so far, and they are playing with confidence. Everybody's doing some defense here on this early aggression. They've got to be a little bit more aware, or just go for a fast hit to try to get around it.
I guess that's what they're going to do on the C side. You got EJ already tailwinding into position. TS just hiding right behind. Sylvan with a sight dart cover, and it's doing so much. It blocks it off. Sylvan goes in for some blind shots, able to cut down Flips.
Getting a link here, but he might be met with some resistance. TS isn't quite ready.
But that could mean Heaven, that could mean even further back into defender spawn. And Zafiro now just coming down onto the site to defend, and he gets the spray transfer. Well, he's going to get fault line, so forced to hold back for a second. Flips, what are you thinking? He's just walking in, trying to check it. Meteor whiffs the no-scope, but still, with the classic, it's enough to take down Flips. The rest of the team trying to go quickly over onto the C site. King is here to play. They try to push past through. With an up of all things, it does not work. Sylvan puts up a roadblock and
on his smoke, make sure King is able to stay alive and then just starts spraying into it. And it's just two of the best side anchors.
Bit of space to get the spike planted, but Sylvan's right around the corner. Sylvan's in position, and they're going in for little bits of peeks. But with RRQ responding in kind, holding out from the other side of the Cosmic Divide, setting up crossfires, they managed to hold.
Yeah, now lockdown in play. Not much that they can really do about this. TS does get a shock dart kill. King trying to get ahead of it, but yeah, not gonna happen.
DJ's got blades too. TS, only a recon afforded to him. He's been pinged out. So now knowing that he has to cautious in case they push out against him. It's very likely an 8-4, not unless TS can take down some of these 1v1s, but look at those angles being held against him. Of course now switching over onto the attack, they're just gonna dash in. Putting up the Nebula though, 2G not expecting Meteor to be up on top. It's gonna be Frenzy for Frenzy as Flips eats out Meteor right back. A bit of a recon coming through as well, and they're trying to set up themselves in positions for retakes, but TS out around window, gonna get cut down by EJ. King just trying to hold out around the side, but EJ continues to press forward, a flashpoint play, and EJ just dashes in off of it. Down to low HP though, and it's a one-on-one, but despite the crouch, God dead.
EJ 9 and 11, not bad, but definitely want to see him start picking it up.
Oh my God.
It's just King just God dead running him over.
Risky, and it doesn't work out. Gen G having that firepower, all they need to do is to set up that firing squad. Now the spike getting planted, it baits, Flips out into peeking. There's not much else that they can do.
Yeah, you want to die to spike here, but is Gen G going to let him? With the way TS is with us. Oh, 2G though. Okay, nobody's going to push him. Yep. There you go.
You're going to have to...
No ult orbs for you, Gen G. Not good for RRQ. That's such powerful utility on the B site to clear it.
Oh no. And now just coming down to some firefights. 2GE clearing out backside. They know surely Gen G's on the other side of mid, protecting this spike. Aftershock utilities being spent just to buy even further time. The rest of them trying to body block, trying to get the spike to halfway, but it's not gonna happen. Elmimore fires back, but at this point, low HP, it's gonna be a wall bang from King.
Basically more aim, of course, for the box, and behind it, the recon here, they know he's right there. Are they gonna hit him with utility? Well, Elmimore is just gonna hit him, but yeah, Meteor responds.
Inside. Oh, he heard the sound, fires off some blind shots, able to catch Meteor, but now low HP, trying to stay alive. Flips comes in to bail him out. But still this Nebula on the side. Sylvan peeks out of it, goes for a couple more shots, able to take them down through body shots. And it's down to a one-on-one. What, one-on-two? 2G still coming from behind. Yeah, TS not quite able to retrieve it either.
Spike's in Narnia, man.
I think he knows that Flips is under hell, and oh, just watching the sight lines, he's able to catch the headshot. Do you now know where 2GE is coming from?
30 seconds left.
Because he's right behind you and plucked out.
Standing ahead.
Next Pharaoh tosses a recon to check.
Oh, that's so much info. Nobody cleared that.
Yeah, despite that though, I mean, it's just info for RQ. They are not in position to hold or do anything against it. The rest of them just setting up for retakes at this point. Gen G gets to walk in for free.
And Goddead's got his Rolling Thunder behind this in long A, so Gen G's gonna set up deep for this post plant, let Meteor try to cut him down, and he gets the first.
Now he's in position two, gets a second one, swaps over to the Classic for the third. Rolling Thunder gets sent from Goddead, Sylvan picks up the next kill, and it's all down to Flips. Staring them down from heaven, he swings back and forth, finds a couple of flick shots, but is it gonna be enough though? He's running out of time, Meteor hunts him down, it's gonna be the quad kill!
It's tough.
He doesn't mind at all.
They
Flips,
know.
okay. Saw it. I think he saw it.
He saw it.
Should be able to come back around. Meteor able to dash straight in. Okay, Sylvan's gone, so no more smokes for Gen G. It comes down to the retake from RQ. Can they pull it off? because if not, we're going to map 2 right away. Meteor again in such a deep position. He pulls out the knives. He cuts him in half. It's going to be flips again from heaven. He finds a couple more shots, but then shut down by Meteor. 2GE out from the roots. He comes out of Link, trying to take them down, and he manages to do it.
Cosmic Divide as well for this retake. So let's see what Gen G can dial up.
Here again, looking to cut them off with some rotations. Elmimore catches him instead, and then the trades come through. Goddead pushing up, but getting traded out by Flips. Right King, though, and he's a guy that we want to look out for. Second kill leader right now. Swaps over, Phantom, C-Long. It's been blocked off by the Cosmic Divide. But again, comes down to some of these tiny peaks. He does not hear the tap, and that's why he pushes out front. Kind of seeing the barrel too, and now just trained down onto 2GE. EJ comes back out, but
wisely, RRQ backing off of that. Comes that toxic screen, and Sylvan gonna get shut down by Flips.
Gen G just setting up for a bit of a retake. Look at Meteor's position on the minimap.
2GE has that door covered, so this is gonna be a little tricky for Meteor.
Okay, has it open. Now rotating back around. 2GE has got those bases covered. Goddead trying to break through now, but with all of those pistols still online.
But I mean, again here, just really good diligence from the side of RRQ. Not falling for the trap at the door on the A side, and 2GE covering the other door, that turret on Pearl. So, but I mean, with the Viper's utility and the Astra, Sylvan catching Elmimore sleeping a little bit.
All right, at least he wakes up back at the wheel. It's gonna be that's EJ, okay, back towards top of heaven. They managed to get the spike down.
It's not good to fall asleep in cars, Quack. I love that, Quack. That was really, it's so funny because it's so visceral. It's like,
it's a saying.
I know it is. No, you're absolutely right. No.
Oh my God.
From RRQ is simple. It's to throw some, oh my God, Flips. That is so brilliant.
Up on top, I mean, off the
right around it.
King as well as Sylvan. Paranoia already deployed. Now it comes down to the Cyber Cage and how well you can land your shot. Sylvan gonna show us that he's capable. Then the trades come true, and it's still gonna be Sylvan. On the other side, though, they actually just push in the C, so Meteor backs off.
Yeah, and this was another attempted sort of trap play set up by Gen G that just didn't pan out. EJ taking space, taking Meteor out.
Just playing around the corner of the wall, too. Now looking at the waterfall. Another pillar gone.
On the pistol round, we see it here again. You know, even though the wingman apparently he's got some moves, so does Flip. I was watching that wingman on the map, and he was booking it, man. He was trying to catch Flips, but he's not quite as fast.
Little homie, his legs are a little bit shorter, so Flips now coming back around towards spawn. Gonna be able to catch 2, but not quite Goddead. Teammates are aware of Goddead's position, but we're gonna let him walk away with that one.
And with the Cypher Cam in a really annoying spot, it's probably gonna get, well, with that, now with that pit there, it might not get too much value.
We had it in the player rooms, now where it's on the site. But the Viper's pit, though, is gonna block off quite a bit. And then 2GE to come back around when you've got the Viper's pit. So Spike's gonna get planted in. King's trying to make some moves off of that. Goddead going for a pick upstairs, but gets traded out by 2GE instead.
And now 2GE. Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say 2GE's like, yeah, bro. Let's get it.
How are you doing, Meteor?
How's your aim right now, man? You look good on Haven.
That's something about Meteor.
More proactive here. Put a little bit more pressure, like we saw in Haven.
Oh. Well, Jess said that she likes flashy duelists. Can Meteor pull that off again? Gets the first pick and dashes back. And it blocks off so much sound. I think Sylvan hears it and he calls for the hit on towards B, pushing off a Thresher, but they left Elmimore unchecked on the lurk. He catches 2 more. Zafiro on the site itself as well, picks up 1 more. Going more aggressive with some of these plays, but oh my God, it's the Odin! Achilles is just crying somewhere. It's gonna be the dark cover that kind of allows for Meteor to peek through. He wants to claim revenge for his fallen brethren. But on the other side, RRQ, they're rotating through. They're got mound and they're trying to push into C. Elmimore again on the lurk, still so sharp. A double kill, make that a 3rd. EJ catches 1 on the site. Can't feel too good, and off of that, now you're thinking, do we want to go for early round aggression? They're trying to do it off of Wingman, and this time it works. Odin's no longer in the game. Now we only got to worry about C-Site. Showstopper come through, unfortunately whiffs and hits the pillar, but Meteor is down to 5 HP, still alive, still online, lands a shot onto EJ.
Flash and go. X-Pharaoh, is he gonna be ready? No.
Oh. It's just gonna be the Guardian, the Dizzy. I mean, he was forced to still watch down the sights, but unfortunately it's not quite gonna go his way. 2GE though, look at this, just spraying through the Nebula. 2 kills, make that a third. LB4 gets traded, but 2GE still sharp as ever. Backs up on towards Maud, and look at the star placement. All he needs is to just play this calculated. Sylvan going out for the peek, but oh! Genji still just kind of playing around back. Meteor goes in for the peek, but flips, answers back just as quick. This is a bit of timing that RQ gets to use to set up their post-plant positions. I mean, look at Flips now watching the flank, push through spawn as well as Waterfall. But are you ready for an EJ who's trained down, zeroed in? Sylvan able to find the trade again with another quick peek, but
yeah, they need to play for the extra 2 rounds here to try to turn this into up. So
just a quick prowler along with satchels into the B side instead. Wingman, unfortunately, little homie's not gonna find all too much. And oh, is that a judge I see? Oh, he's jumping in. He's looking to lock them off.
Oh, man.
Spike's already been planted. Oh, but the crouch does the trick. EJ still blinded, fires back and catches Sylvan. Now Moore trying to find some shots of his own, pushes back from the lurk position. Flips with the Odin, just locks out the top upper of this operator. So rotating back, it's gonna be, oh! Out from front of pillar and the back. He's gonna have to be careful. Able to get one and then got dead, snipes him down with a Marshall from behind.
Get through here, but still the Boombot able to kind of bail EJ out if this doesn't go well. No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, they're just watching every possible angle because they know this is potentially where they're coming from, and having that double setup as well.
Find these picks and then switch back over to their rifles.
Okay.
Meteor with the Blade Storm. He can get anything done, but he's got to get up in the air.
Oh, ooh, he's been hit.
Yep.
But he gets the shot off the EJ anyway. Okay, Meteor starting to wake up a little bit, but down to 26 HP, and Flips is just making sure that he's going to be pushed into a position that's a little bit uncomfortable. Sylvan here to help him out, though, and then the Paranoia getting sent through.
Sliding in towards the B site.
Yes. He's got the Thrash.
Oh, Meteor.
Oh, Meteor. Here comes.
Spike down.
10 seconds remaining, and Meteor's looking to make a splash. 2GE, though, making waves of his own. Now coming in through, X-Pharaoh shutting out the other entrance, and then the front got dead.
You know, from Haven now over here to Lotus, the changes, the mental reset as well. You know, it's really interesting. I heard a couple of very fascinating things when I went to use the restroom during the break. It's like 50-50 for both of these teams on that map, and you know, I don't think it'll be a 40-round affair like we saw with Zeta. But
oh, wow. Dizzy and dash into sight.
Well, again, this should be the better side of the map for Genji.
Boy. Ooh. Well, Elmimore able to get his one. Or Genji turns the dial up to 11. Flips now coming through. Coming out from behind, though, and I think that's something that maybe RQ aren't expecting. TS with a wingman. Oh my god, and then the paint shells! TS flicks upwards. We're down to the one-on-one. Paint shells refreshed, though, and it's EJ! Down to EJ on the A side. He should have paint shells that could potentially use to block them off for a second. Meteor updrafting up, though, and it's going to bypass so much that Pharaoh comes in with a Bulldog of his own, and he just sprays and bursts them down. 3 already deleted. And then Goddead comes in for the trade. Everyone's arrived on the scene, however, and with the Spectre, he's going to ding them up, pepper them full of holes. King down to 10 HP. Goddead on a Guardian. And once more, just RRQ not giving them any openings. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, wallbang. Oh, Poison Cloud. And they are decayed. They're going to burn alive. Meteor still not finding the back, though. And he comes in with the blades. He's not backing down. Zephyro just comes in through from Waterfall, though. And now this is the last guy left alive. Look at how they're stacked up onto each other. Oh, around the door. instead of Gen G. Meanwhile, for RRQ, I mean, that overtime, do they still have it left in the tank? EJ's now watching the off angle, but he's hit by a different set of utilities and flushed out into an open position where King picks him off apart. The rest of the team now just trying to anchor down the site. Flips out from defender spawn, hiding inside of this dark cover. Flips pushing out of dark cover, gonna get picked up. Zafiro on his, you know, that little boosted spot, not gonna be able to do all too much, so it's all up to 2GE at 20 HP. Swaps over to a Ghost. And of course, he's thinking about how these players could be positioned. Not paper thin. We don't see this too often. Most times you might want to go for utility instead, but it's Guardians, it's Bulldogs, and they're just waiting for RRQ to push out. Sylvan catching a bit of contact, gonna fall back. The rest of the team pushing in to be, oh, but Zafiro, he sees it all.
It's not spotted.
Calls it clear now, pushes up just to pick up the Bulldog. King caught unaware. Sylvan coming up from round back, and EJ's gonna be one that catches him, but Sylvan fires out the shot instead.
Enemy tag. See what they can do. Xfero getting some really good info.
Just firing off some shot darts, trying to catch whatever damage they can get. Given the armor that some of these Gen G players have, Meteor still on the Phantom, spins around, got dead, finally.
That alley. Meteor, so good today overall. Nice shot from Flips, catching Sylvan, trying to reposition. Yeah, he turns pretty quick. Great reaction from Meteor. Takes Xfero down almost.
But it's always tough because you're always thinking about who else could be positioned around this A site. Flips with a fragment. He's already thrown it, but now just watching around tree. He's gonna get wallbanged by Godded.
Now, smoke gonna come down. 2GE gonna be under a ton of pressure here momentarily. Sylvan so accurate today.
Be a little bit more difficult for RRQ. Two players left. The Odin being pulled out. King just a little bit quicker. The Lurk coming in effective. Down to Elmi Moore, and he's just deserted, dropping down, not quite able.
All right, you should be able to check this corner. I'm gonna guess that TS is gonna use some utility, probably, or they're just gonna drive. Okay, there it is. But he's gonna be caught.
Okay, 1-for-1, not too bad. Elmi Moore should be able to come in to do a little bit of damage. Still gotta be careful. I mean, it's just a Sheriff. We've seen how sharp he can be before, but so far, a little bit more quiet. Pop Flash, 2G with the Paranoia too. And Flips tries to make some noise, but Gen G still able to hold it down. Elmi Moore with the Sheriff, now finding a shot, able to retrieve a Phantom, but oh, Meteor!
Gonna be crucial to make sure that EJ's op can't do any damage. That dark cover,
dead. 30 seconds
coming through.
0 point out. Now the fragment, and it closes in onto 2GE. He swings around to the other side, but look at this movement. They know where he is, and they're just shutting him down. Sylvan now trains his sights on towards heaven, and then they shut in the door. King on that Lurk, coming up huge, cutting off the rotations from RRQ.
Here in the studio at the Sangam Coliseum. King going for yet another kill here. Gonna try to dual Flips, and he's gonna win it.
One way. And then the peek, oh, they just bypassed it. Paranoia gets sent up, but unfortunately he's not able to connect any of those shots. Gen G relatively still healthy, and now the lockdown in place. We've got players up top of heaven though. EJ, this is your time to shine. He finds the first frag, and then the rest of them just held up on the other side. No command coming out from Flips.
They gotta rotate here. I mean, I know there's not a lot of time, but
oh, they're just pressing it anyway.
Yeah, they're just gonna go for it. This is gonna be really difficult.
They're waiting out the utility from Flips, actually. Now the Paranoia gets sent through, and with a Cloud Burst, EJ tries to hold it back, but oh, Gen G
places. Like you were saying, just a little bit of patience here from the side of Gen G. And a little bit of a step out there to gain just enough space, but they double peek out there. And
paper thin, 6-0. This is amazing for Gen G. Meteor wants to push forward with this, and he wants to keep up that momentum. He wants more blood. Picks up the first. Now Tailwind at the ready. Maybe going in for that door push. He spotted Zafiro. Oh, he repositioned. Oh, with the Stinger now coming through. It's gonna be King though around logs, and then Flips to answer back with the Sheriff. EJ just in time. Late Storm up and ready. It's all up to Godded, but with the flash.
They're considering EJ, if he can win this, huge.
Saw the jacket, but look at the movement from King. Just a tiny swing out at the last second. Takes down EJ, and then now pushes up front. Xfero wants the trade, and he will be able to get it.
They know.
Paranoia, paranoia.
Yeah, if Meteor able to get ahead of it, but...
Oh, Elmimore.
Oh, Elmimore turns
he did
to
a
shoot
check
it.
at the Meteor. No, the fragment catches onto 2GE as well. Zafiro now the only one around the site. Flips coming in with a bit of a flank, but is it gonna be enough though? At least we're buying time with the Hunter's Fury.
30 seconds left.
Now he sees it. Oh, only good for one headshot. Meteor on a bit of a tear. Zafiro is in for the 1-on-2 situation. It's not going to be easy, but the pings are not too bad. He heard that tailwind, but now knows. How do I clear Hell? He could be a main. How do I clear Generator? So much to think about. The Recon Bolt has refreshed, so we're going to use that for a little bit of cover. Not quite able to find the wall bang, though. He's running out of time, so just goes in for the hop, but God dead.
The information should be pretty good here for RRQ, especially with that knife not connecting, and now with this execute. Definitely, you know it's B.
Oh, good arrow. It's going to be Zafiro. Comes down to how Gen G throws through, but they're out of utility. Only God dead with one flashpoint. He tosses it, doesn't find all that much. Now they got to pinch in. TS manages to catch on to Zafiro, but here comes 2G as well as Elmimore. They've got this angle on lock and down. It's all over the place. RRQ has gotten a lot of information though because Flips has pushed out mid. Oh, but it's the lockdown. Elmimore's got one of his own. Could be useful for a retake, but he's in a deep position. And he walks in at the last second, got detained. Meteor just shoots him down outright.
All right. I get the idea. I think just trying to get a kill before he gets taken out. It's all right. Didn't work out.
Owl Drone 2 now, and it's going to bait out Meteor with the positioning. EJ, Operator, now sounded off. Goddead trying to pull off some hijinks, but not phased. EJ continues up front. Now 2 players left remaining, and it's inside of Hell. EJ on for the quad. King outside of A main. Position now made aware. Able to shut down the ace, but Zafiro.
Everybody else is doing their job. They're expecting Meteor to push up into heaven here. And, you know, they're fully aware that those Jets have been having some success getting up into heaven and, you know, ruining some rounds for the defender's side here in the Pacific LCQ. So piece together exactly what this defense looks like before they make their hit. Maybe a little bit of a fake coming towards B.
Well, it's round 11, first thing, and now you can hear that Killjoy utility. Sylvan just left undetected on towards Wine. Flips getting a little bit antsy, gets punished for it. With the recon as well, though. Now the spike around the mouth of A main. Zafiro shuts them back.
X-Pharaoh in a duel, and TS wins it.
Wow, tiny bit of movement, but 2G fires back. Still, though, they're at a slight disadvantage. The timing is good for Gen G, and the door being shut as well. Might have one dark cover propped back up, but other than that, Elmimore's got nothing left. So this comes down to just pure gunplay. Meanwhile, Goddead's got one flashpoint left, and then Goddead just up around the boxes, watching lane. Ooh, instant contact. And then King just trying to pull off some of these tendencies from RQ from the Haven map, where as long as we make a little bit of noise, RQ might toss in a bit of utility to stall, and through that, they punish them. Flips with that. Fragment was caught up by Sylvan. And right now, EJ, oh.
And it doesn't pay off. Good diligence from Sylvan. Kind of maybe expecting that given that space, they might try something like that.
Now just going in for some swings. They're trading information. RRQ wanting to put on the pressure. They're peeking out onto B lobby, and Gen G are just prepared. Angles being watched from the shadows towards the back of sight. Flips just trying to play around it, but Meteor instantly here for the trade. 2GE, what do you have left in the tank? It's the last round of the first half, and you've got 4 players to work against. It could have been an ace clutch, but well, EJ's already made his way through with the tailwind. Everyone else following through.
Got the paranoia, you got the flash. Certainly, Gen G can make something happen here potentially, but there's no lurks, there's no flanks. This is just gonna have to be a solid execute.
Oh, we do have Zafiro on a flank of his own. Playing around the other side of heaven. Flips, ooh, just spraying at the right moment, able to catch one, but then everyone else continues to push out from the other side. Goddead, he's managed to break in, but now 1-on-2, Zafiro, can your flank time, can you time it well? able to catch on to King, and then throwing out the recon. Oh my god. Back out towards Generator. Now there's only one spot where he could be, and GodDead knows this. He's been good with the Classic before, and he's good for it again!
And GodDead here, good anticipation of this position of flips. That fragment does enough damage, and then GodDead just like, yeah, you guys deal with that, I'm getting into sight. And then he cakes it to half as well. And then the win with the Classic.
All right, and just feeling better. Oh god, the turret. I mean, with such a lead, Genji a lot more comfortable mentally. Meanwhile, for RRQ, just slight fumbles, and now the utility being set up against them. Flips and 2GE trying to brute force their way through, but now having to fight against this retake. Genji wants to strike back, to fall back for a second. Yeah. Spike not yet planted, but here it comes. Meteor, going for some cheeky plays. Dashes into his cloud burst. What?
Okay. Attempt at the entry by EJ. The spot here so good by TS. But that flash, 2G still got a kill in the middle of all that. That's wild. Take that pistol right back, essentially.
You can see the idea he's going for, but regardless, now RRQ just not tapping on the brakes whatsoever. Full gas, full speed ahead. EJ takes out Sylvan. They go in to take the site. Ooh, GodDead.
Oh, he knew. That shorty almost paid off.
It's all good, but Meteor just going out for that tiny little peek. Without the tailwind, though, not quite able to survive. Down to the last two.
The footsteps, and still is just not even turning towards it. Because of the closed door, so. Gonna wait it out, see if anybody was lurking around. Tree, not gonna happen.
Playing it safe because they really, really want both 0 points being traded. Now it comes down to, just like you mentioned, the guns, but also Genji, man, firing back through Tree. Just keeping them firmly rooted down. Backs off into main. Just trying to play around the spike, perhaps.
Now they know.
Oh my goodness, trying to go in for some of those shots, but gets blocked off by the 0 point. Up in elevation, though, finds TS, and then onto GodDead. All he needs is a one shot onto King. He's gotten it at half, though. Knows that he has to tap it again. He's just baiting for it. Goes in for a bit of swing. Oh my god, 2GE!
Looking for his team to boot. This looked like a great round here. The paranoia was dodged by Sylvan, so he's able to pick up a couple, but the fake TP catches TS just enough off guard. And then GodDead already being weakened up, and King in a really difficult spot there.
Wary of Meteor's positioning around A short. Spot so many of them, but bit of a whiff.
Meteor wants that one
Paranoia.
Kill. Wants that kill for that Blade Storm.
Okay, a little bit of heavy utility, heavy flashes just to make sure that they get the safe transition over to B. But guess what? You got Sylvan here. You got King here. Meteor's already arrived on scene. And Genji are firing on all cylinders, literally. The Nanostorm burns down, flips through Crisp. And with 2GE trying to force his way through, he gets cut up by Meteor.
It has to be near flawless. You have one round that you can forfeit. You have to get 6 of your own. And here's the flash dash now. Meteor's turn to try and get this done, but the turret here, not gonna let it be easy at all. That paranoia is so good. Where's the response? Okay, there it is. X-Pharaoh.
But he's pinched. Spikes dropped.
And he is going to be successful in that, so this retake, gonna have to wait it out if you're going to get that done. Now, there we go.
Good position. Okay, EJ. Playing around the ledge. Oh no, but peeks a little bit too early. 2GE trades off of the contact. And then the lockdown. We're falling back into wine. A little bit obvious, but still, you've got good damage. TS. He's the only one with high enough HP. Confidently going for some swings. He manages to get the first down. Flips down to low. King with a 5. This was the same situation as before. Can you do it again? Oh! He just gets off the spike at the right time. Scream, aim, and fire!
Just kind of just hung around for a split second too long here. That chalk dart weakened up, flips, and then he double pumps it. Oh, brilliant. Flips, though, a little bit too there's some space. It has to come now.
Okay.
Oh, Meteor got tagged.
Oh, it goes up into the air, too. It's a Pharaoh. Tracking him perfectly. Now GodDead just trying to position around this. Surely they know some players are inside of B main, so the dark cover comes up to block. Owl drone to clear and check as well. King trying to play off this. The Spectre will not ring true. A bit of a friendly shock dart, but that's okay. Still trying to go forward off of it. The blinds are good. Goddead trying to make it happen right now. Two players hiding from inside a boathouse, but look at how they peek out together at the same time. Bad. And there was a quick play earlier from RRQ to do it. Can they do it again though? Elmi Moore with the Nanostorm will be able to burn down TS. And then EJ tailwinding into the door button. Manages to shut it down. King trying to anchor, and he just dances around Boathouse now, able to get the first one. Going in for the next. EJ's gone. Oh, and he comes up huge with the triple. 2GE not able to survive. Meteors